Our Spanish language version of tonight's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP button. Joey Crawford will throw it up. He's the crew chief with Bennett Salvatore and Eddie F. Russ. The officials have been the story throughout the playoffs. The veterans back here for Game 6. And Pau Gasol wins the opening tip. The only loss for Boston on their home floor was Game 2 in the conference finals against Detroit. They have been superb on their home floor throughout the season. And quickly a foul on Perkins. Perkins and Ray Allen, certainly a story for them coming into the game. With more on that, let's say hello to Michelle Tafoya. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, well, Kendrick Perkins tells me his strained left shoulder is still sore. He did not take a cortisone shot before the game, and he is genuinely nervous about re-aggravating that injury. So Doc Rivers wonders just how physical he'll allow himself to be. You mentioned Ray Allen. His young son was hospitalized in Los Angeles all weekend, so Allen spent Saturday and Sunday nights in the hospital. Not much sleep, so Doc Rivers will be monitoring him even more closely, Mike.
Allen, the incident with his son happened before. The family wants to keep it private. As Rondo gets inside the guard net, misses. Perkins the rebound. Perkins turns and shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Rondo comes out of the pack and gets it out to Allen. It's the side of the backboard. And here comes Lamar Odom. Good harassment by Rondo. Odom gets it ahead. Fisher on the drive. Blocking foul as Pierce picks up his first. And a good hearty boo. First ones of the night.
Derek Fisher, good job of pushing the ball. Paul Pierce not in full position, so the correct call made, and Fisher going to the line for 2.
Derek Fisher, who got to the line 11 times in Game 5. You see his numbers in the finals.
And Fisher this year, to me, has been his most aggressive he's ever been in his career offensively, putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket and drawing fouls.
Fisher, 33 years old. It's his 12th year in the league, back with the Lakers. His first 8 years with the team. Won 3 rings with them. Also spent some time with Golden State and Utah. And he gives the Lakers a 4-0 lead. For Boston, this is their 26th playoff game of the postseason. That's the all-time record, passing the '94 Knicks and the 2005 Pistons. Obviously, the best of 7 now in the first round. Makes it a little easier for that to happen. Pierce out to Garnett. Shot clock at 5. Rondo left open. His jumper. And Odom the rebound. Last 2 games, the Lakers have been brilliant in the first quarter.
And I love what Kobe Bryant's done on the first 2 possessions, the help he's given to force the ball to Rondo.
Nice steal by Rondo. Rondo drives the basket, kicks it out to Allen. Allen for 3. That's what Rondo does best. He's got quick hands.
Oh, a great job of pushing the ball in transition, setting up that 3-point play for Ray Allen.
Garnett, meanwhile, picks up his first foul on the fake from Fisher.
Now, this is good defense by Rondo. This is how he has to play, and then create offense. Pushes the ball, looking to score, but finds Ray Allen on the perimeter. Find your shooters, put them in position to knock down shots.
To me, right there, the Lakers have to learn. He is driving to pass.
Meanwhile, Gasol throws it. Bryant saves it before it goes in the backcourt. Shot clock down to 5. There's a double team on Bryant. Shot clock at 2. Radmanovic to Odom. Just gets it off in time. Shot won't go, and Allen the rebound.
I think if you're Gasol, that's his 3rd time catching it on the block. Very passive, very tentative. He has to look to score.
Ray Allen draws the foul. Allen, who has been terrific in the series, didn't shoot the ball well in Game 5. And again, the night before Game 5, he spent the entire night at the hospital in Los Angeles with his son. So as Michelle said, hasn't gotten a lot of rest. Has not wanted to talk about it today. But in the finals, prior to Game 5, he was a candidate for Finals MVP with Pierce. Pierce may have passed him after that performance, but we still perhaps have a couple of games to go. As Allen knocks down the shot.
What you think about that? Ray Allen, after what he's gone through prior to this final series, people thought he lost his game. It touches on his heart, his desire, his determination, never lost confidence, and he has had an outstanding series.
Started to get it back against the Pistons in the conference finals. played a lot of minutes in these finals. So the Celtics with their first lead. Bryant, that's a three. Kobe Bryant from downtown. Bryant had the big start to the game 5. And then the Celtics able to do an excellent job after that. Rondo, the little push shot. Garnett tried to tip it. Rondo again and draws the foul. Couple of offensive rebounds already for the smallest guy on the floor.
But this is what Kobe Bryant has to do. He's the best player in the planet, in the world, and certainly on this court. And right there, just raising up, what an improved jump shooter. Tremendous defense, better offense.
And I love the fact that Trash talking to a guy in the front row. He says, not tonight. Kobe says, not tonight.
Getting involved with one of the season ticket holders right here on the front row. And that big first quarter. And then Paul Pierce and the Celtic team defense did an excellent job. Now, of course, one of the stories has been the Celtics after Game 5. They stayed overnight in LA. Was supposed to leave at 11 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning, but they had mechanical problems. They sat on a plane as Bryant hits another three. Bryant from way downtown. They sat on the plane for 4 hours, then took the 5-hour flight and didn't get in till late last night. Any impact at all, guys?
Well, for me, I don't think it's impact at all. Doc Rivers even touched on it. He said, hey, we got our rest. It just so happened to be on the plane. The bottom line, this is a chance to win it all. The Celtics are ready.
Here's Short. Of course, that was Monday morning. As the Lakers lead by 3, Doc Rivers wanted a foul there. Gasol pass. Again, Rondo pestering defensively. Garnett calling for the ball. Throw it, he's saying to Allen. Doc Rivers saying we want him to not only post up a lot, but look for his shot. Yeah, we have a whistle. Defensive 3 seconds. So a technical foul. Odom trying to explain that Garnett's kind of holding him down. No, Doc Rivers not making any excuses about the flight. Lakers got in much earlier in the day on their plane. So a one-shot technical on the defensive 3 seconds.
Not only did the Celtics team plane was delayed, so too was their family plane. They had a bad day with airplanes. Mechanical problem on one, broken windshield on the other. How do you break a windshield in a plane?
I'm most impressed that you did your research. That's getting it done, Coach.
That's according to sources close to me.
Pierce with Radmanovich on him. Pierce again, the 19 free throws in Game 5. 5 on the shot clock. Rondo again left open. Drives, tough shot. Won't go. Perkins, the offensive board. Puts it back up. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Odom. Odom and Gasol both playing very well in Game 5. Odom to the basket. Garnett lays it in. Well, they're only 2 for 10 from the field, but they've tied the game.
If you're Pau Gasol getting back on the defensive end, you have to meet Kevin Garnett at the foul line and then don't allow him to get to the sweet spot. That's too easy offensively for KG.
Gasol getting a pass again, stolen, or at least deflected, but then Perkins gets it right back. Kobe Bryant wanted a foul. Kobe got grabbed by the jersey. He's yelling at Joe Crawford as they backtrack.
And he also thought it was a 24-second violation.
Pierce misses, Garnett the rebound. Rondo very aggressive early, but can't get it to fall. He's 0 for 4 from the field.
And Bryant has a case. Took the shot only because he was being grabbed, looking for a possible 4-point play, but did not get the whistle.
Fisher with 8 on the clock. Gasol on Pierce. Pierce's defense has just been terrific in the playoffs. Does a good job there.
That's good defense, but that's horrible offense. If you're Pau Gasol, realize that Paul Pierce is defending you. Set the tone and take advantage.
Garnett, bad shot. And Fisher the rebound, trying to force it up. Here comes Fisher pushing it, and Rondo with the reach in. So Rondo picking up the foul. The NBA Finals continues Thursday night on ABC. Of course, that if the Lakers win. 8:30 Eastern. With GMC NBA Countdown. Tip off shortly after 9. Perhaps.
You look at Phil Jackson, got up, looked at Pau Gasol and said, hey, you have to play tough. And he's 100% right. There should be 13 guys talking to him that way.
Bryant tried to force it in. Pierce and Garnett. That's 4 turnovers for the Lakers. Pierce started by the 6'10" Radmanovic as we hit the midway point of the first. Rondo again. That time knocks it down. His first field goal and a little extra cheer from the crowd.
And Rondo is a guy that was one of the first one on the floor taking spot-up jump shots for that specific reason. Understanding the Lakers were going to force him to make those shots.
You see Perkins with that bandage on the left shoulder. Trying to guard Gasol. Perkins a very good post defender. Shot clock at 3. Bryant trying to draw a foul. Puts up a 3. And again, Kobe Bryant from downtown. His 3rd three-pointer already.
Are you kidding me? No, really. This start, these shots he's making are incredible. And Pau Gasol, as you pointed out, Mark, that's got to be stronger. Perkins is a very good defender, but not that good.
Perkins doubled. Rondo back up to Pierce. And Pierce draws the foul on Radmanovic, who reacts emotionally. That's 2 on Radmanovic. And we'll have a timeout. Kobe Bryant already 11 points. And we haven't even played 7 minutes.
No, but this is incredible right here. Good closeout by Ray Allen. Good pressure on the shot. How do you hit a fadeaway 3? Right leg extended. Not great balance because he took a little bump. Look at that release. Now that's what you call pure. P-U-R-E, pure. But as he put Pau Gasol to bed with him, 3 turnovers, soft on the board, soft in the post. Hey, listen, the contact level is going to be higher in this game, and Pau Gasol's got to play through it.
He did in Game 5, had his best game of the series, Gasol did. And a victory for the Lakers. Shot clock at 5. Pierce backs up with a hand in his face, and Gasol, the rebound. Boston 3 for 15 shooting.
But I like that matchup with Lamar Odom on Paul Pierce. Much more than Luke Walton on Paul Pierce.
Gasol to Fisher. Fisher a 3-pointer. And Rondo the rebound. Rondo throughout the playoffs has been excellent at home, has struggled on the road. Ray Allen gets to the rim. Nice move. And Allen is shaken up on the play, slow to get up to 5-on-4. Fisher inside, nice pass to Odom, and Odom draws the foul. It's going to be Perkins' second. Allen just makes it to half court, but he's shaken up. Made a beautiful move, but apparently got poked in the eye. And you see Odom with the left hand. Should have been a foul call. So Odom's going to shoot a couple.
That's a good aggressive move by Ray Allen, though. That's how you take it to the hoop when you want to finish.
Allen walks over. Eddie Lacerte checking him out, but he's going to stay in the game. Perkins comes out, meanwhile. No, Allen is going to come out now. At first he was hoping to stay in, so Posey will enter, and Allen's going to go back to the Celtic locker room. Doc Rivers trying to say why wasn't a foul call as Odom misses the first. Now he's just going to run back to the locker room, have it checked out. Lakers on the road in the postseason, 4-5. They lost the first 2 games here of this series. Game 2 is one they could have won. That's the one they were down by 24. Came back within 2, but were unable to make it all the way back. As we're tied at 14. Even with the bad shooting by the Celtics, it's all even. Garnett harassed by Bryant. Shoots over him and puts it in. He wanted a foul. Well, early on, they're letting a lot of contact go.
And I like that. I think they're refereeing advantage, disadvantage more than they normally do, and I like how they're refereeing these games.
Walton is free. Pierce went to double team and got burned.
And that, if you're Pau Gasol, understand that they're double teaming you on the catch. Keep the ball high and make the right play.
Rondo again to the basket. Nice move, couldn't finish. Rondo's taken more shots than anybody on the floor so far. Walton to Odom. Luke Walton on the drive. And P.J. Brown, who just checked in, will pick up his first.
The Lakers early on switching the pick and roll, which leaves Kobe Bryant defending Kevin Garnett. If you're Garnett and help does not come, get him to the sweet spot and explode over him.
But I like that change in strategy of switching the pick and roll. You keep everybody covered. Lamar Odom good enough, quick enough to move his feet against Pierce. And even though Bryant got shot over right there, at least it's not the layups and the free throws that they were giving up at the end of Game 5.
Walton hits 2 free throws, and the Lakers back up by 2, 3.5 remaining in the first. P.J. Brown getting a lot of minutes in this postseason, perhaps more than he expected when he signed with his team late in the regular year. Garnett, second straight jumper. He's only shooting 40% from the field in the series. He's rebounded well. He's defended well. He's got 5 double-doubles, but you get the feeling they want and certainly could use more from him tonight. Now Gasol misses, and P.J. Brown the rebound. Back to Garnett, triple team momentarily. Tough shot, it's good. He said his game when asked about his Game 5, he said it was trash. That's the way he described it. He says, I can do better, and I will. So far, he's doing a lot better. 8 points here in the first quarter. And the Celtics back up by 2.
Well, Kevin Garnett has really struggled with his perimeter jump shot. Outside the paint in this series, 30%. He's a knockdown pick-and-roll player. And here, well defended by Gasol, turns left shoulder. Fadeaway jumper, very good start for Kevin Garnett and the Celtics.
Is out.
Hey, he keeps playing like he's starting this game. He's going to change his nickname from the Big Ticket to the Big Loaf.
Oh, my goodness. You've been sitting on that one, right?
For a little bit.
Rondo forces another steal. That would be his 3rd already here in the first quarter. Pierce to the basket, layup, won't go. And Gasol the rebound.
And Rondo's ignoring his man like they're ignoring Rondo on the offensive end, gambling for steals.
Kobe Bryant, nice move, couldn't finish. Here comes Rondo again. So aggressive early. Kicks it out, Posey. Garnett up top. Pierce has a good look from 3. Unable to hit. Pierce now 0 for 5 from the field.
What will go unnoticed is the contest of Luke Walton. Not standing there watching Paul Pierce as Farmer turns over the basketball.
Farmer lost it. We go to Michelle.
You guys, Ray Allen remains in the training room. He was poked in the left eye. He also got a scratch over the bridge of his nose. So they are rinsing out the eye, patching up the nose. He is expected to return. Mike?
All right, Michelle. Alley-oop. Brown to Garnett. Kevin Garnett, 10 points on 5 of 7 from the field already.
And I like the way that Paul Pierce is playing. That time set the back screen to open up KG.
And this crowd's so loud. Farmar to Walton. Farmar drives. In and out. Farmar played very well in Game 5. Getting some early minutes here tonight. Rondo resets. Walton is on Garnett. Garnett trying to take advantage. Good defense from Walton.
Again, switching the pick and roll between Pierce and Garnett, forcing Garnett to roll into the post and try to post. Did a very good job defending the entry.
And they call a reaching foul. That would have been Rondo's 4th steal. Instead, it's his 2nd foul.
You look at the play by Kevin Garnett. Gets the lob pass, but this is set up by the back screen from Pierce. As soon as he passes the basketball, Pierce gets to the body of Gasol, and then the lob pass opening up the lane for KG.
And no ball pressure by Lamar Odom on the passer. He should be swarming the passer in that instance and making P.J. Brown drive the basketball.
So the Celtics in the penalty, their 15th foul. Log on to NBAstore.com now for the best selection of Lakers and Celtics finals gear. NBAstore.com. Full of jerseys and shirts here at this loud TD Bank North Garden. And the crowd in LA, that was a topic for the Lakers. There's some articles even written in the LA Times and the LA Daily News about how the crowd didn't really respond in Game 3, but they were better in Game 4. You come here and you see just how loud these people are. It has been great. It's been a whole year of rejuvenated fans with the return of the Celtics.
It was somewhat disappointing in LA. It was almost like a preseason game or a regular season game. You can tell the difference in the fans and their level of enthusiasm.
They were better in Game 5 as Pierce pulls up, little off balance, but that's his first field goal. And the Celtics back up by 4. Posey on Bryant. Bryant a long three, in and out. Top of the backboard's in. Poe gets the rebound. And the Celtics will hold it for the final shot of the period. A little different scenario from the last 2 first quarters where the Lakers dominated. And the crowd gets on its feet. Pierce crossover, and they had a foul to give. Walton waited till the right opportunity. And they'll inbound with 1.8 remaining. The officials talking to both Pau Gasol and P.J. Brown.
Blow the whistle, man! Blow the whistle!
These playoff series go on. You start getting a little more with the tempers and the emotion. It's been a terrific series from that standpoint.
Yeah, I think it was just a misunderstanding. I think Gasol was just inviting Brown to the opera. Like he went to after they won the Western Conference.
Here's the inbound. Eddie House is checked in. Poe makes a drive and does not get it off in time. That basket will not count. And that will end the first quarter. The Celtics, a much better start than they had in LA in games 4 and 5, especially Kevin Garnett. Only had 13 points the entire game 5. In double figures already. 10 points for Garnett as the Celtics lead by 4. Of course, Kobe Bryant also off to another good start. 11 points for Bryant. Hit several three-pointers, and after one. As said on the defensive end, where at times the Lakers have really struggled.
Well, and he's struggled everywhere. He's 4 turnovers. He struggled at the defensive end to guard his man and secure rebounds. It's been very difficult. Rough start, and I like this substitution, getting Ronnie Turiaf in the game, who's an intensity, energy type player.
Pierce. Bad pass off the hands of Brown. That's the 3rd turnover for Boston. Turiaf only played about a minute and a half in game 5. Turiaf and Ariza didn't play a lot. Vujacic also in with Farmar, Bryant, and Odom. Vujacic after the big game 3 struggled in 4 and 5. Bryant with Posey. Good defense from Posey, staying with him. Bryant nowhere to go. Terrific defense. Almost still put it in. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Boston as Turiaf's hustle caused that.
And I think if you're Phil Jackson, you say to Pau Gasol, hey, that's all I'm asking you to do. Be a force out there on the floor. That was pure hustle by Turiaf, giving his team another possession.
And I think this is outstanding defense. To me, they're crowding his jump shot right now. He's got to continue on to the basket and either finish or make a play.
And coming into the game for the first time in the finals is Glenn Big Baby Davis, the rookie from LSU. Interesting time to give him his first taste of the finals.
Well, you can see why Doctor has given him his first taste. Wants to match the intensity of Turiaf with the young Davis.
And this is where I don't buy into foul trouble right now. To me, you keep playing P.J. Brown or go back to Garnett. I think it's too big a spot to ask a rookie who has not played much to come in and play well.
Brown and Perkins each with 2 fouls. Oh, good help defense, but put his hands on it. Can't do it out on the perimeter. And Posey and Bryant, little extracurricular. You talked about this last game. Posey After the whistle, sometimes they give you a little knock.
Well, he's going to foul you. You're not going to keep going to the basket and get any rhythm.
So Poe picks up his first, second team foul.
And this is a perfect time to me to get Lamar Odom in the game. He's got an advantage in the low post on Leon Poe.
Turiaf finding Vujicic. Vujicic fires away and knocks it down. Last two games, Vujicic 3 for 19 from the field after that 20-point game he had in game number 3. House, quick release, that's a 2. Instant offense off the bench.
And what I love is the way that Paul Pierce is playing. Not trying to take over the offense with his scoring. It's a setup pick here to get KG a lob. That time, a setup pick and roll gets Eddie House a wide open look.
Vujicic nearly stolen by Posey. Bryant drives inside to Odom, and Odom hammered. Posey with a foul. Davis blocked it afterwards.
Great offensive guys say, hey, I can get mine at any point. Let me get other guys off. Paul Pierce comes off the pick and roll. They're late getting back to Eddie House, distributes the basketball, and sets up his point guard.
And I really like that last play by Kobe Bryant. Posey crowding him. Instead of searching to get airspace for the jump shot, drives it to the rim. Poe had to commit and got Odom the ball in a nice dish and gets him to the free throw line.
You saw those numbers just a second ago on Pierce. Not shooting well, but he has 4 assists a game. He had 8 assists in game 5, 7 assists in game 4. He has become the complete package. We talked to Doc Rivers before the game about him, and that's what he said, that he's really opened the eyes of all the basketball fans, that he's more than just a scorer.
Well, a great players find other things to do when they're struggling scoring the basketball, and Paul Pierce has certainly done that.
Ball knocked loose. Good hustle from Bryant, almost coming up with that. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Celtics lead by 3. And a technical foul on Doc Rivers. Joey Crawford had warned the coaches during a previous break to stop the complaining. Rivers yelling at him, and Crawford with a technical.
I think he was complaining about the way that Kobe Bryant negotiated that last screen. He gave him a little swim move because Bryant had been upset. He thought Eddie House on the previous play had gotten away with illegal screens.
Joey Crawford, for all the NBA fans aware, 31st year in the league. He is quick with a technical, maybe the quickest in the league.
See how Bryant took his left arm and wrapped it around Eddie House to discard him. And small guys get away with more on screens. Bryant did what he had to better negotiate that screen. Doc Rivers didn't like it.
Pierce a long 3, rattles it in. And the Celtics go up by 5. Vujicic misses a 3. Posey, Leon Poe, and Poe fouled on the way to the basket. Celtics will take it out of bounds. That's the first team foul against the Lakers.
Just a good read by Paul Pierce. Once again off the pick and roll. Kobe Bryant decides to go underneath the screen. Gives a little airspace. Turiaf too late on the contest.
The beat LA chance. It started about an hour before the game. Come back again. Poe. Oh, a set shot. Here's Odom, aggressive going to the basket and draws the foul. Odom so good in the open floor for a big man.
See, I like this. He can exploit this matchup with Poe. He's too quick off the dribble. If you get him in face-up situations, he should be able to get to the free throw line or get to the rim.
That's also a good read defensively on the post up by Poe. Lamar Odom makes him a jump shooter as opposed to crowding him because that's where Poe is so effective.
What Phil Jackson loved on the physical way that Odom and Gasol played in Game 5 is that it got a number of the Celtics in foul trouble. Garnett was in foul trouble, P.J. Brown, and some of the others. Right now, Gasol sitting. But there is some foul problems early for Boston. 2 for Perkins, as we said, 2 for P.J. Brown, and 2 for Poe. Little full court pressure from Vujicic. Once again, Bryant, the main guy on Pierce. Pierce, a good look. Not that time. And Odom another rebound. Bad pass, and Posey comes up with it. Celtics look to push. Pierce on the drive, pass to Poe, he puts it in. Poe had that marvelous game too, when he had 21 points. Hasn't played a lot since then. Bryant out to Vujicic. Kobe Bryant tries another 3. Turiaf trying to keep it alive. Celtics bench playing with energy. And a foul on Farmar. And we'll have a timeout. Guys, we've seen the benches make huge impacts in this series.
Well, that's what you're called upon. When your number is called, be ready to have an impact on the ball game. And what I love most, they're not just doing it offensively, but they're getting it done defensively.
Doc Rivers talking to his young players. Part of the teaching started last year when they won only 24 games. But this year with a big 3, they've been the supporting cast of a 66-win team that's 1 win away from a championship. Right now, they lead by 5. Injured earlier in the game on this drive to the basket, Lamar Odom inadvertently getting him in the eye. Suffered a cut on the nose, and obviously the poke in the eye. Let's get the latest update again from Michelle.
Well, remember, Mike, that injury happened under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now we're at 8:23 in the second quarter, and Ray Allen remains in the locker room. They told us he was just flushing out the eye, patching up the bridge of his nose, and he would likely return. But he is still in the locker room. We have seen the team doctor, Brian McKeon, come and go. We've seen the head athletic trainer, Eddie Lassert, come and go, but no sign of Ray Allen, Mike.
All right, Michelle. They've been able to hold off without him as Pierce draws the foul. And Pierce, who went to the line 19 times in Game 5, will go there for the first time tonight. Fisher his second.
One thing the Celtics are doing so well, setting screens, forcing mismatches. And that time, Derek Fisher found himself on Paul Pierce. Pierce gets everybody out of the way and creates the contact.
Pierce's 38 points in Game 5 was the 3rd highest ever in a finals by a Boston Celtic. First 2 by John Havlicek, who had 43 and 40. And there's number 17. They're very superstitious around here. Today is June 17th. The Celtics are going for their 17th title. And of course, Havlicek, number 17, up in the rafters.
Guess what? It means nothing. Can I get an amen?
You were not superstitious?
Amen.
About both of you guys, when you played a coach, had some superstition.
Not at all. None.
You're right, I did. Have the best player on the floor. No, seriously. Good players and great players, that's my superstition. Because if you have those, if you're playing out like the team Doc trotted out last year, it didn't matter if you wore the same socks every game. It wasn't helping.
Helps to have someone like the great Bill Russell. Must be nice to come into this building and see all the championship banners up there. They're trying to make it number 17. An illegal defensive, so a technical foul, and Kobe Bryant will shoot.
I think Bill Russell could block 3 shots in 15 minutes off the bench now.
And keep them in play. Gasol. Nice move from Gasol with the height advantage on Davis.
Right. That's a huge factor. Getting a good matchup for you, getting a good shot off, and maybe getting some rhythm to get back into the game after a very tough start.
Pierce. Posey makes his move, and he's fouled by Turiaf on the way to the basket. That's the 14th foul, and the first on Turiaf.
Hey, this is good defense by Big Baby Davis, but a good quick move and no length. See, no length right there to obstruct his view on that shot, which Kendrick Perkins, Garnett, and P.J. Brown pose.
And there's been some interesting combinations out there. First, Lakers' Chris Mihm made an appearance in Game 5. His first of the playoffs. Big Baby Davis tonight, his first action in the finals. As Eddie Fresh making sure they have the right player, I believe. making sure it's the 4th team foul.
Both teams in the penalty early in this quarter, both with 14 fouls.
And that's why if you're Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, the mindset has to be aggressive and get to the line.
Pierce comes up short. Davis right there. Trying to draw a foul. Rebound Pierce. Back out House. Just gets it off. Won't go. And Posey the offensive rebound. They're killing him on the offensive boards. And 7 offensive rebounds for the Celtics. And 0 for the Lakers. House to Posey. Open 3. It's good.
And a bad read by Vujacic. No reason to come off of Posey when Kobe Bryant was right there with Eddie House.
Vujacic. Pass deflected by Posey. It's stolen. And Davis comes up with it. There goes Posey making plays again. Garnett. House for 3. Bang! 9-point lead. Timeout Lakers. Largest so far in the game. Starting 5 back in for the Lakers. Bryant, short, way short. And Pierce the rebound. Rebounds right now, 21-12. Pierce to the basket, inside to Garnett. Knocked away, they wrestle for it, and a held ball. Well, they'll jump it up. As we check over with Michelle.
Still back here by the Celtics locker room, Mike, and we've seen an eye doctor now enter the locker room. That's what he told the guard as he rushed in, and he rushed in rather hurriedly. Again, this is taking a lot longer than rinsing out an eye should, Mike.
All right, certainly a tough stretch for Ray Allen. Michelle gets surprised there, and he's coming out right on cue. And that's a good sight to see Allen, of course, who had to deal with his son's illness and then get poked, and the crowd welcomes him back. We've seen this scenario a couple of times in this series, most notably with Paul Pierce. Eddie House and Fisher, a foot race. They're going to let it go out. Oh, Fisher goes down hard. It's going to be Celtic ball. And Fisher okay. It's tough with the camera people and photographers along that baseline. Can get dangerous, but he's all right. And a foul call on Fisher. A little over aggressive. He's off the ball defense on House. That's 3 on Fisher. There's where Allen got hurt in the first quarter. Poked in the eye, scratched on the nose, and left for a long period of time. Made a beautiful basket. A foul wasn't called on the play. His eye still looks a little red there, but obviously ready to come back in.
To me right now, the Lakers need to be able to spread the floor more. I think they should consider putting Radmanovic at the 4, bringing back a wing player to give Bryant more room on pick and rolls and on drives. I'd play either Odom or Gasol right now, but not both.
And the lead is now 11. Just past the midway point of the second. Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Celtics looking to win their 17th championship in franchise history. Lakers and Kobe Bryant jumped out early, but a terrific comeback led by the defense with another steal. Here's to Posey. Posey for 3. Knocks it down. 14-point lead for the Celtics. Their 5th three-pointer of the first half, and Phil Jackson needs another timeout. 11 straight points, and this crowd fired up. Posey doing it at both ends of the floor.
Well, it starts on the defensive end, fights around the screen, keeping Bryant in front of him, active hands, ready, comes up with the deflection, then off to the races. Doesn't quit there. Paul Pierce making the play. Posey, set up jump shot like the playgrounds. Gotcha. Celtics, roll.
Steals. An 11-0 run as the Celtic fans cheering on their team with a 14-point lead now. They're hoping tonight is a night of celebration. Davis guarding Gasol. There comes a double team on Posey. And then a foul. A little over aggressive as Posey is called for the personal.
But if you just watch that sequence, you see 5 defenders tied together as one. When the ball moves or a player moves, they are all moving in unison. And if you love defensive basketball, you could watch the Celtics all day long.
It's all been about team defense. And assistant coach Tom Thibodeau has been instrumental his first year with Doc Rivers bringing this system.
Well, you just look at this. The floor is shrunk. Very little driving space. Posey coming on the dribble. You couldn't see it there, but on that spin, Posey was there. Eddie House was ready to rotate to Bryant. Just tremendous team defense.
There's a defense that has separated the Celtics in this ballgame the last 10.5 minutes. Just 2 field goals for the Lakers.
Ray Allen's off the bench. He is set to check back in. There's under 5 minutes remaining first half. Garnett guarded by Bryant. Shoots over him. Rebound taken by Gasol. Dangerous pass, nearly stolen by Garnett, but he couldn't hold on. And here comes Ray Allen back in the game. He'll get an ovation. As Posey, who hit a couple of three-pointers, sits.
And they only have 4 seconds to get the ball across half court. The Celtics should push up.
House and Allen both come up to pressure in the backcourt. They changed the rule several years ago. It's now 8 seconds to get it across half court as opposed to the previous 10. Well, that was pretty easy.
Mistake made by Paul Pierce. You have to recognize that. Deny the basketball at half court to Rodman.
Gasol goes at the rookie Davis. Takes his time. Davis stays with him, but again, the height advantage.
Very good individual defense by Davis. Good patience by Gasol.
Gasol with 6 points. He's got the last 6 Laker points.
And this 1-2 pick and roll with Pierce and House has really been effective.
Pierce to the basket, out to Garnett. Good open look for Kevin Garnett. 12 points for Garnett.
The problem is the Lakers are trying to go underneath the screen, allowing Pierce lanes to make plays.
Radmanovich just fires up a rainbow there. Barmar deflects it out of bounds.
And the decision-making of Paul Pierce has been incredible. You go underneath the screen, you are allowing him unless you meet him there, penetration lanes to find shooters. He's doing a great job of finding guys off of that play.
He has 7 assists, Pierce does, in the first half already. Radmanovich with a foul, and just not a smart foul. His third, but more importantly, for Boston, they'll go to the free throw line.
I mean, if you're watching this from the bench, if you're Phil Jackson, and you know your team's in the penalty, that's an inexplicable play right there by Radmanovich. I mean, it's a hard matchup, but to bail Pierce out at 20 feet, knowing that you're in the penalty, that's just bad basketball.
So he'll sit down as Pierce goes to the line. Pierce received quite a compliment from Kobe Bryant the other day. He said that he's one of my favorite players in the league. He said he has the whole package. He can go left and right equally as well, can post up, can hit 3, drive to the basket mid-range. He said he has become a fantastic player, and we have seen that. Again, we talked at the top. certain players get on the big stage and they rise to the occasion. Boy, has he done that in his postseason.
Well, that's how you become a household name. Advance into the playoffs. There's a lot of guys thinking they're franchise players, never tasted the playoffs, never went to the second round. Paul Pierce having an opportunity on the big stage with everybody watching. You have to appreciate his game.
He's hearing some chants of MVP. Could be finals MVP if he continues to play like this and the Celtics win. Their lead is 14 with under 4 to play in the second. Gasol. And another illegal defense. You can't defend in the paint for more than 3 seconds unless you're within guarding distance of your man, arm's length. Not to the offensive line call. He's got a lot of good expressions. When he was your assistant in Houston, you saw that up close.
Tibbs, you're up 14. Sit down. It's okay.
His first year in Boston, just a tremendous job he's done. All the players talk about it. They have bought into his system. Certainly it's helped them to have Kevin Garnett as Davis sits down. Thibodeau has been terrific for this franchise. Perkins back in with the 2 fouls. Davis did a nice solid job. Gasol, not that time. Pierce deflects it to Garnett. Here's Rondo. Rondo on the drive, puts up the shot, and just off the mark. Well, Doc Rivers wanted him to be more aggressive. He certainly has been, but he's just 1 for 7. Walton, nice fake. And it's over the backboard, Celtic ball. Doc Rivers wants a timeout. Boston Celtics, Paul Pierce has been superb. His first NBA Finals. Got 8.7 rebounds, and his team is up 13.
The Hall of Famers, so many memories these guys have given this franchise, and hopefully I can leave some memories with the franchise and hopefully another banner.
You know, sometimes guys, when they play on losing teams, and 6 of his first 9 seasons, the Celtics had losing records, put up big numbers, it's tough to get a true value of a guy. But we've seen this year how he's become the complete package, and we've seen in the playoffs defensively how good he is as well.
Well, to me, he's made incremental improvements throughout his career. Came in as a great scorer, put together better passing and ball handling skills, always was a good rebounder, and then his defense has improved steadily. So you've got to give him a lot of credit. He loves basketball, he loves to work at his game.
And this the largest lead of the first half, a 15-point advantage with just under 3 to play. Second quarter has been a strong one. Farmar, Rondo tries to reach in, pokes it away, and Ray Allen tracks it down. Rondo has been a real pest defensively. 4 steals, forcing turnovers. Ray Allen on the drive. Perkins to Rondo. Garnett, nice bounce pass. 1 pass too many though, and Farmar to steal. Farmar, and plenty of contact. Foul on the pass, but they're in the penalty. So Jordan Farmar will go to the line as we go to Michelle.
And Phil Jackson must have liked that effort for Farmar in the last huddle. He said, we have to start making plays both offensively and defensively. Just play, be solid, get some stops. Let's get this thing down to 10, but more importantly, just play.
The 21-year-old Farmar played well in Game 5, Michelle. He had 11 points. Played 2 years at UCLA. And now in his second year. And we talked about this earlier. Young man who grew up in LA and plays for the Bruins, now for the Lakers. And here he is in the NBA Finals.
You know, and I said it before, this young man is a starting point guard in this league. Gets it defensively, works extremely hard, competes, and is a better shooter than he was in college because he puts the time in.
Very confident player, bordering on cocky if you talk to some of the Lakers. Garnett against Gasol. A high release from Kevin Garnett. He's got 14.
But he's catching the ball too deep. He's catching the ball with a foot in the paint. There's no one that you can stop when they catch it that deep.
He's 7 of 10 from the field. Again, he's been shooting 40% in this series. Odom jump shot. Rims out. Allen looking for an opening. Garnett back to Ray Allen. Minute and a half left in the second. Allen had it poked away. Shot clock down to 6. Garnett sees that. Double team. Finds Rondo. Nice fake. Flips it up and puts it in. And the lead is 18.
Rondo has had an outstanding first half on both ends of the floor, disrupting what they're doing offensively.
And listen to this crowd. Ninth steal of the first half. Here's to Garnett. Garnett inside, backs it in, and a foul. What a play from Kevin Garnett. And the Celtics go up by 20.
My goodness, ball movement, pick and roll, and mama, there goes that man. Hanging in the air, one hand off the glass. Phenomenal play by KG, taking the contact. I'll wait till you get down, Lamar, and then I'll kiss it off the glass.
And again, he said after game 5, I can do better, and I will. He's following through. 16 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists as well. And this is a 23-6 run for the Boston Celtics. Boston also 12 of 13 from the free throw line. The Celtics blowing this one open. But again, in this series, we've seen both teams come back from huge deficits. Celtics, of course, coming back to win in game 3. Lakers almost did it in game 2. Blocked by Perkins. That was close to a backcourt violation. Pierce gets away from the double team. Garnett to Perkins. Perkins puts it in. 58-35. Boston blowing out LA right now. The T-Mobile halftime report coming up. There'll be plenty of Celtic highlights. Final seconds, Kobe Bryant misses a 3. Garnett the rebound. Garnett, no count if it goes. And that ends a brilliant second quarter for the Boston Celtics as they finish on a 26-6 run. Kobe Bryant, the great start, but Boston turning it around. And they are now 24 minutes away from an NBA championship.
Recognizes Pau Gasol doesn't see him, comes up with the steal, off to the races. And then one-on-one defense by Posey, pokes the ball away, doesn't celebrate, run to the spot, get to the open area and trust that Paul Pierce will find you. Posey set up, gotcha, rewarded for his defense.
Lakers bring it up, or the Celtics bring it up to start the third as Ray Allen gets inside. Out to Rondo, wide open jump shot, everything going the Celtics way.
See, that jump shot is different up 23.